But you can see his totem.
Ooh.
He's friendly.
You guys have similar taste.
I am actually very curious where like the occult like uses like the goat for like a lot of like occult symbology.
I know where its connection to Satanism came from.
Oh,
You're
do
curious
tell.
on that. It was a old tradition in one of the tribes of like a Hebrew tribe that they would ceremoniously cast all their sins upon a goat and then send it out into the wild to, you know, do
Die.
whatever, die most likely.
Interesting.
And so this idea of a sinful goat would eventually evolve into the common goat symbolism in Satanism.
Oh man, those
Also,
poor
where the
goats.
term scapegoat comes from.
Interesting. Okay.
There's also Azazel would be an angel connected to that. Like it would be Azazel, the angel, would find the goat and take it,
Hmm.
and then Azazel became a demon because of the the connections that were developing.
Interesting. See, chat, we make sure to have all streams be educational.
And then I know in European mythology and culture, you get things like Pan, which he's a god in Wiccan, I think.
I believe.
Pretty certain it's Wiccan, but he's the centaur, half man, half goat,
That's Satyr.
or satyr. My bad. Centaurs are the horse guys. So you have satyrs in European mythology. They show up a few times in it's different cultures. Although it is interesting because in European cultures, they were never really portrayed as bad guys.
Yeah, they're in most things like satyrs are often depicted as being just horny.
Yeah, that's really it. They're just horn dogs.
But they play the pan flute.
They do. They do enjoy the flute.
Apologies.
But it is
for-
interesting when you look at monsters and stuff like that, because werewolves are kind of the same thing, or kind of in the same realm. Where today, when we think of werewolves, we think of like bloodthirsty monsters that transform at night and you kill everything. But in old European mythology, especially in like the Germanic fairy tales and Scandinavian fairy tales and stuff like that, the werewolves were seen as like honorable warrior types, or like they were basically your berserker troops, where there would be guys who would throw on the skin of a wolf, drink its blood, do whatever the ritual it is, transform into a werewolf, and then go off to battle. And they were seen as like guardians and protectors.
The Norse also had like not only the berserker cults, but like the Ulfhednar cult, where instead of bears it would be wolves.
Yeah. And that's where you get, or one idea is where you get the werewolves from.
And not the
No, so
werebears.
Is there any goat symbolism in like Asian culture?
Not that I know of, because I don't think we had a lot of them.
I know
Makes sense.
goats are mostly Europe and Middle East, right? Like naturally,
Yeah.
it's just where they're from. Because the other big one too in Norse mythology is Thor. Thor's animal was the goat.
And
Thor
there's
had a
also-
lot of animals.
There's the Monomorph song about the goat that makes mead. Heidrun, that's her name.
Mead flows through her udders, and that's what feeds Valhalla.
Hell yeah.
Did you know they made a remix of the song just using goat noises?
I did not know that. I'm curious about this now.